want to call me a rat? You want to call me that? Yeah, I did that. But anything after that, you can't come at me with. I was a sucker, I was a punk, I was getting robbed. Nah, ain't none of that. Where was all that back in the 80s? Don't let that come now because I did what I did, so now you'll think, oh, you want to add shit to it. No.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Let's stand on the truth. What was I doing in the 80s? You don't know what I was doing. I was headhunting and getting that paper. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and having fun. And this and other. Don't start trying to add this, oh, Fray was robbing him, or Fray took this from him. Okay, you want to add that? When you say Fray took something, then look what happened to Fray.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, but that wasn't the case. No, two motherfuckers came at me from his organization that were hungry and said this thing about to come at you. Okay, well, we say no more. We ain't gonna go at him.
Did you know Michael Jackson robbed Big Head Gary?
Before I met him?
He's supposed to, I don't know if it was before or after you met him, but he's supposed to rob Gary and ran him out of Trinidad. Him and his worker Biggums. He had a worker named Biggums or Biggie or something like that.
Biggums. That had to be before I met him.
Okay.
That had to be before, because he had a brother named Roy that would have went at anybody for him.
Roy Cobb?
Kid Roy would. Yeah. No, he had a brother. Yeah, that's Roy Cobb. That's Squizzle. That's Squizzle's brother. But he had a brother too from Gary that was busting his gun. And Roy Cobb was that's Squizzle. That's Squizzle brother. That's Squizzle. That's Cliff Cobb's brother.
Right.
That was my guy in the wheelchair now. And yeah, Roy. I don't know why I was thinking about Roy. I was talking about him when I was just in DC this weekend, and I was down there, and yeah, I can't remember Gary's little brother. Gary's brother, they killed him. The kid nut from the Kid Ray, the Ray crew killed him. Then they tried to hit little Gary up in the barber shop.
Oh, you talking about Brandon? Is Brandon Gary brother? Brandon Terrell.
You know more niggas. Niggas say, yeah, Brandon. Yeah, he was busting his gun. That's the Kid Nut hit.
And Rayful and them killed him outside the fucking club or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a threat. Brandon wasn't no such. I know nobody told you that.
No, ain't nobody tell me. They told me he was a jackass though, like shit, but not a sucker.
He was. Right. Yeah, right. He was a jackass, like a lot of. Yeah, he was a jackass. Exactly. That's a good way to give that to him. Yeah, he was a jackass, and but I never knew. See, I never heard of Michael Jackson. That was the whole thing that I knew too. Detroit. See, Jawbreaker was one of the dudes that was there when they tried to snatch me up, and I found out, and that was the whole thing of Slim was supposed to go at these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing transpired because him and Michael Jackson was cool. So it was like leave it alone for now. No, nigga, we ain't leaving nothing alone. But that started letting me know the underlining issues of you DC niggas are sticking together right now.
Right.
Because you DC niggas are sticking together because if Michael Jackson is if he's blocking Jawbreaker right now, then he gets hit too. If that's what I want.
Right.
Since because the whole kidnapping thing was with niggas that I was looking out for. You niggas, your gunners, go with me for y'all to go at this crew right here because we can't get to them right now. And you're in the circle, but then they tried to turn it around and hit me on the kidnapping thing. And that's when I started, and they sent a few other people that I had the wrong way at the wrong niggas. But I didn't know who was there but one person, Jawbreaker, and I only got to see his face because when the police caught him, when he tried to come over the gate where I was at, they had him and told me to come out, and I was already hit. And they let me see his face, and they was like, "Is this the man that shot you?" I was like, "Nah, that's not him." But I didn't want. There was no police situation. Let him go. I know who he is now. So I'm not making no police report. I know who it is. And that's when, I got with my little nigga Gary, and we hit a few dudes and all that. And then I found out, with the Michael Jackson, they knew we was coming at Jawbreaker, and Michael Jackson was like, yo, we're going to leave us alone. It's one of my youngins from out of Trinidad. And he was like, all right. I'm telling Slim, nah. Slim like, yeah, we got to leave it alone right now. So, that shit aggravated me.
Right.
But I started seeing what it was, though. So I just kept that in my head, like, oh, okay. This is what it is. So who are the other niggas that y'all not telling me? Slim, because I know I told me to go at one person, but that nigga he ain't ever moved like he was supposed to move, and that nigga went to jail. So I started seeing the bullshit.
Okay.
I started seeing it and putting it together in my head, like, oh, something ain't right. There's more to the story than I know.
Yeah, my people tell me MJ was jealous of Gary because of that whole situation, him being able to hustle where he could and getting that money off Rayful. Well, they said that's part of the reason that shit came to you about him getting robbed, about him trying to rob you and murder you or whatnot. A lot of people feel like Michael Jackson was trying to position himself to be the king of DC by taking motherfuckers out inadvertently on some snake shit.
That hookah hustle where?
Say that again, Paul.
You said that hookah hustle,
Gary. Yeah, he felt some type of way because Gary was years younger than him and shit, and he didn't really have a position, but Gary was running his own shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, Gary used to buy 10, 20 bricks for me, cash.
Yeah, they say because his brother got killed, Rayful gave him a bunch of money to stop the war. They say that shit started a war. When Brandon got killed, it started a war between Trinidad and Rayful folks. And Fray had to step into this shit in the middle of it and stop it, basically.
Oh, yeah. Now Fray might have did that because I know he stepped in on that R-Street war, too, with Ray.
Yeah, some school, they supposed to met up at some school in the field, both teams, and Rayful supposed to gave the nigga, well, from what I hear, Fray kept the bricks. He supposed to gave the nigga like 10 bricks and $500,000 or something like that for his brother's life, and the nigga accepted. But he never got the work, he got the money. They say Fray took the work.
You talking about for the R-Street?
No, the Brandon shit, the Brandon joint.
Okay, see, I didn't even know. I knew Gary had left it alone, but I didn't even know he had got paid.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, he got
but
paid.
Not him, but Fray. Yeah, it was a little war with the Trinidad and Ray and them, and then it was a war with R Street and Ray. And I know Fray walked away with like 4 bricks from that. See, this is what I'm saying, and this is when I tell you how the game is so fucked up. Now you see how the kid Fray was, able to put all those things to bed.
Yeah.
Nigga, when we killed him, nobody came.
Said nobody came.
Nobody came, Detroit. When we seen something, when we thought who we thought were his soldiers, when Slim and us, when we ran down on them, the niggas was like, man, we ain't coming. We know where you'll be. We just don't know where we be at. We'll be waiting. They was like, man, we ain't coming down there. We ain't retaliating. That nigga was treating us like suckers. We started finding out all kind of stuff. You hear me? Not one bullet was shot out of a gun. There wasn't even a bullet thrown at me. Like that, I was walking by, they took a bullet out and hit me with it.
That's crazy,
man. Yeah, because we thought, I thought, you think about this nigga Fray, of who he represented in DC, you think this nigga get killed, there's gonna be some buildings moved.
Right.
A nigga, not one, you hear me? Not a bullet shot out of a gun, not a bullet thrown at us, nothing. Niggas was talking about, man, we don't want no problems.
Poochie put a whole banana clip in the nigga though.
Who?
Poochie. Well, ain't Poochie that nigga Fray nephew? That nigga supposed to put a whole banana clip in somebody over that shit. Who was it, man? I forgot who the fuck he shot up. He shot somebody in that apartment building. He kicked somebody door in. The story goes, Sean Branch went to see Wayne, and Wayne told them something. And then he went and told Poochie that, you remember that shit? And Poochie kicked a nigga door in and hit him with the whole AR.
Not the Sean Branch. I don't remember Sean Branch, but I do remember Poochie hitting somebody. Somebody from my group?
No, it wasn't your crew. Damn, man, who did Wayne tell that nigga to hit, man? See, I got all this shit. This shit should be regular, man.
Maybe.
Who was Wayne's whole homeboy, Paul? Who was Wayne scared about telling on him? It was one of Wayne people he hit. Poochie kicked the door and hit. The nigga they say Wayne was fucking in jail. Supposed to have been his butt boy or damn, man. Thomas Dozier.
Oh, Thomas, yeah. Poochie did that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was in for that. Yeah, I was already in. Yeah, I remember that, Thomas. Yeah. Yeah, that was basically, first of all, I don't remember them, again, I don't remember them being in jail together, and Slim wasn't fucking that boy. My nigga, Slim, what he may be doing in jail now, I'm not even sure about that, but my nigga, Wayne was getting too much pussy to have a nigga on his dick. That nigga loved pussy, man. Now what he'll convert over to while he's in jail, during the time that he's doing, I can't sit here. He is a DC boy. He is DC born. So, but I can sit here with everything, what I did to him and all that, and not let that be something that needs to be out there. I can't confirm that. And I was around him. That nigga had so much pussy on the street. He used to, like, if he had a bitch, and I liked her, or I wanted to fuck her, he'd be like, you always told me you love me, show me how much you love me. Go ahead, give my man some pussy. And them bitches would drop their drawers in a heartbeat. For him. That nigga had pussy like that. Slim was a good looking nigga, fly, gangster. Them bitches loved him, my nigga. He had too many bitches for any homo nigga to slip in there and want to suck his dick or give him some butt.
Okay.
That's just not. I'm not gonna let that ride on him. No. Now again, he is DC born. What he might do in prison with the time that he got, I don't know. But on them streets, that nigga wasn't sliding no back doors. He wasn't running up on no homos, and the thing about him, he wasn't homophobic neither. He fucked with the homos like Ray did. And 90% of niggas fucked with the homos and all that. I'm not gonna say they all fucked. It wasn't no thing to them.
Right. Nobody was homophobic. Right.
Nobody was homophobic. Now, you did have some that crossed the line and was going up in them niggas, but for the most part, a lot of niggas was gangsters. They wasn't fucking with them homos, but they was cool with them because they thought like I thought. These homos be having all the bad young bitches. They don't want them.
Right.
They get that. So, yeah, that was, I'm not gonna get at this Slim. Too many bitches for a homo nigga to slide up and all that. Nah. Not at all. Yeah, Thomas Dozier, yep. Yeah, Poochie did do that. Yeah. But then he got hit.
Yeah, but I think Poochie went to prison for that shit. He might have died in jail.
Poochie he came home, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think he came home. I don't think he died. The kid Red Jackson came home too after 30. Young nigga, he started getting wild and all that. Yeah, little Poochie.
Yeah, they say Red Jack's son was a motherfucker too. I heard his son was crazy as hell, man. Say he did a bunch of crazy shit. Red Jack's son.
Yeah, Red Jack? Yeah, Reggie.
I had some paperwork on him once upon a time, but I let that shit ride. I left it alone.
Oh, was what they were saying about him?
Oh no, just that how wild he is. That nigga got hella charges. You look at that nigga jacket. That nigga got fucking 50 charges. Like, like you know what I'm saying?
He did like 30 years. He just came home. He just came home.
Okay.
Yeah, he just got out. He just got out, and I remember him being just a little. The DC and turned into an animal.
Yeah, that's what they told me. They said that nigga was crazy as shit.
Oh, I remember that nigga being just a quiet, you know, what's up, Paul? What's up, you know, that kind of kid. Up on his fault. That nigga wanted to be an animal out there.
It's a nigga from Maryland too that told me you gave him his first $100. He like, man, if you talk to Pope, man, I just call him Maryland. Oh, that's what I got him locked in under, because we never talked about his real name or this and that and the other, because he's a source of information. But he love you. He like, man, if you ever talk to Pope, that nigga gave me my first $100, and I think it was in Virginia. He said it was either in Virginia or I don't know if Virginia and Maryland the same shit, but one or the other. He said you gave me his first $100.
Yeah, it's two different states.
But he like, man, I love that nigga, man. He said shit. He said you and Wayne. He was like, man, them niggas the truth. Can't nobody speak down on them for shit. He said, man, I was around, man. He said the thing about Wayne is Wayne had a crew full of baby Waynes. He said them boys was taught how to go. They was trained to go. And he was like, for a motherfucker to say they was coming at Poe, that's a lie. Because if they had to come at Poe, they had to come at Wayne. Or just wasn't nobody doing that shit. He said you had a select few that would, but wasn't nobody doing that shit like that.
Right. And the ones that would, they did, because they didn't want them problems.
Right.
And the ones that couldn't stayed in their lane. But the ones that would come, it was a thought, but then they said it ain't worth it. You know, wolves hate fighting other wolves. They really rather attack the sheep. It's an easier kill.
Right on.
You know, you want to come at a nigga like Wayne, and then you got a nigga like me, and we together, so you got strength, and you got a nigga with money.
And a nigga that can think.
You niggas just got right, and you niggas just got heart. It ain't you're gonna wind up losing.
Mm-hmm.
You're really gonna wind up losing unless you get the jump on us